Otunnu. I am, incidentally, I hail from Guru district, but that is not the reason why I am on the board of ATIAC. I am a lawyer by training, and I hold many other qualifications and experience that spans over, I think, close to 30 years now in public service. Especially in corporate environment, I've been in the corporate environment for over 25 years. The strength that I bring on the board of ATIAC is around corporate governance, strategic leadership, stakeholder management, and so forth, which I think the corporation needed very badly in terms of how it would relate to engage and operate in an environment that needs relationship building, needs proper management of the institution or the factory or the industry, and also how it builds into the bigger picture of the national economy. I represent UDC, Uganda Development Corporation, which is the government body that is representing the government of Uganda as a shareholder in the Horial investment. So together with my other colleagues, we do take interest or look after the interest of government. And you know, the other component is the private sector, which is from the other companies and the Horial investment. But over and above, we are coming in at a time when there was need for ATIAC Sugar to reposition itself in the market. ATIAC Sugar started off on a very noble reason. It was an initiative of an individual, Madam Amina, who thought that she could make a contribution by way of doing business, produce sugar, but at the same time help change or impact on the community that had witnessed civil war for over 20 years. And of course, she's more suited to tell you her dreams, what motivated her, and how she started the process. So from that dream, then here we come now at a situation where there is a partnership between her private enterprise with government contribution or shares. And indeed, ATIAC Sugar, at its initial stages, started off very well, but I think along the line, there was a lot of, how would I call it, a mismatch between not the community as such, but a certain section of people who had a totally wrong narrative about this project, and therefore that narrative went ahead to impact on the performance of the enterprise. It was viewed as one of those entities not intended to elevate the conditions of the people, of the community, but probably to make money for the benefit of some individuals, which I think is a very wrong narrative. Of course, one has to take deliberate measures to clean up and demonstrate that that is not what we are, but this is what we are. So Atiak Sugar operated for some time, produced sugar, but it went and hit dead end when there were some negative forces that worked against it, by way of some people burning the sugar, which affected production. And of course, that led to closure of the factory for over some period now. Now, with the coming in of government as a strategic shareholder, there is all good intentions. One, to revive production of sugar in a more efficient manner, that is adopting mechanization as method of producing the cane, and then also to adhere to corporate governance in terms of the management of the establishment, the industry. So we then, that led to restructuring of the board itself, and has led to the structuring of management itself, and has led to acquisition or providing a lot of financial muscle into the company, injecting, that is from government shares into the company, which explains why you can now see lots of robust activities taking place in terms of equipment being purchased, deployed, and all sorts of machinery being set out there in terms of production. So as a board member, I am satisfied, one, on the fact that the narrative is beginning to change. Beginning to change not just for purposes of propaganda, but there are tangible activities that you can point at on the ground that will lead to what can account for government support in this venture. Of course, when management restructured, we've seen the hiring of professionals who understand the business, who have the experience in the business at the forefront of the process. We have also, as a board, structured ourselves professionally, typically of a good board that provides oversight on management. And we have received reports, we have approved expenditures which are reflecting on the ground with the kind of things that take place. I'm happy that the board, management has gone all out to change the narrative about Atiak Sugar, and such engagements such engagements that will make us discuss, portray the activities of Atiak is welcome. Information is very powerful, and powerful in the sense, the positive sense and also negative sense. If it is misinformation, you know how far it can go. If it is positive information, it can also attract many good things. But by and large, what is very important is to have the planned activities implemented, because you can do as many the PR engagements, but if at the end of the day they ask where is the sugar and you can't point at the sugar, then you're not going to defend that for long, because you are a sugar producing entity. People want to see sugar, not anything else. But of course, we are aware that as a board, we are aware that there will be also other activities that will provide or bring in the community other than the sugar production. There will also be some other activities. Yes, a foundation, the foundation, which in my view is a brilliant outfit model, because the people you live with or among are very critical to your success. You cannot be an island of prosperity amid a sea of people in poverty and distress and so forth. So that's dual arrangement of making money in the sugar production and also supporting the community through a foundation, but in a manner that also is a win-win situation, remains a very golden opportunity. And the other thing that I am positive about is even those who approve appropriation of money to us, like Parliament, I believe going forward they are going to see a lot of changes that will wipe off the bad memory or the bad narrative that they've been consuming over the years, to see that there is sensible projects, sensible venture taking place. Therefore, they should be able to support it by way of appropriation. And other than the members of parliament, I'm sure the executive is on board, because we shall also be providing as a board accountability by way of reports of the progress that is taking place, for them to continue supporting their shareholding in the company. The public out there still remains critical, even not, beyond those who are living around the factory, but others, other Ugandans who definitely are shareholders by way of being Ugandan, need also to know that their money is being put in good use. I have a lot of hope that I'm very optimistic that Atiak Sugar portends very well for the people, for the country, in terms of the economy, the contribution to the economy, but also to the shareholders. It will provide meaningful dividends, and also to the community. There will be a win-win situation, employment opportunities, other engagements beyond the sugar production, and so forth.